Welcome to the Short Score, the Team Roping Journal's weekly updates from the team roping world, including from ProRodeo, major jackpots, USTRC, and World Series of Team Roping qualifiers, and more, with hosts Chelsea Shaffer
and Kaitlin Gustave.
Good morning, Kaitlin.
Good morning, Chelsea.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Short Score for the week of April 29th to May 5th, I guess. May something-ish.
Sunday's 5th.
Yeah. Okay.
Cinco de Mayo.
Cinco de Mayo.
Don't get too rowdy. Or do. I don't judge.
Yeah, I can't imagine I will get too rowdy. So, Kaitlin, I have been on deadline. You have been watching everything that's been going on in the rodeo and team roping world. I would love it if you would share with us what came out of California.
Well, let's just rattle this off. As we all saw, Cody Snow and Hunter Koch, they won the Clovis Rodeo in California. They teamed up. Wesley stayed home because his wife was having their baby. I saw his name was Charlie, and he looks pretty cute. I've seen pictures.
Congrats to the Thorpe family.
Yes, congratulations, Thorpes. Cody and Hunter, they won the average 31.3 seconds on forehead. Won the first round, placed fifth in the third round, and placed fourth in the final round. They added a total of $7,727 to both their earnings. Cody is fifth in the standings right now, PRCA World Standings, with $47,824.44. And Hunter moved from 13th to 10th with $34,746.78.
And Hunter's a young kid, right?
He is.
This is
He was a
exciting.
Resistol rookie last year. He placed, I believe he won third in the Resistol rookie healing standings last year. So,
Cool.
Pretty decent.
Cool, exciting. Good job, Hunter.
In more California news, Brenton Hall and Chase Tryon. Brenton was a Resistol rookie as well last year. Him and Chase have been rodeoing since last year. They placed fourth in the average at the Clovis Rodeo, 35.2 seconds on forehead. They added $4,839 to their earnings. Placed fourth in the second round, sixth in the third round, and fifth in the final round. Brenton jumped from 28th to 19th in the standings. That's a pretty big jump right now, with a little over 19,000. And Tryon jumped from 27th to 21st with a little over 19,000. So that's awesome for them. And DJ Parker and Scotty Rains, they won the Lakeside Rodeo in California. I've been to that rodeo a bunch. It's kind of around my hometown, so that's always a fun rodeo. They won that with a 5.5 second run. A little over $2,000 won there.
And then
Texas circuit.
Yeah. If you didn't go to California, you were in Texas, seems like. Yeah.
They had the rodeo in Corpus Christi, Tanner Tomlinson and Ty Arnold. They won the average there, 14.1 on three head. First in the first round, third in the third round, tied with Chase and Tyson Thompson. Ty Arnold moved from 36th in the world standings to 23rd. With a little over 18,001. Tanner, I guess he must be circuit rodeoing. I didn't really see him in the standings, but
Gotcha.
That's a good win right there. Then we had the Lufkin, Texas Rodeo and Athens, Texas. KC2 and Boogie Ray, they won the average at Lufkin with 10.3 seconds on two head. And they placed second at Athens with a 5.9 second run.
And then our special guest for today.
Yeah, Paul David
Tierney and
Tanner
Braden. Paul David is on the show with us today, which I'm excited about because Paul David, I get to talk to him every year at the timed event. He's the coolest Cowboys cowboy for sure. And I was really glad to get him on the Short Score today. And I was so surprised. I was pleasantly surprised just because I haven't been paying attention to see that he is the number 7 header in the world right now. And that is in part because of placing at Corpus Christi.
Yeah, they placed fourth in the average, 17.9 seconds on three head. Placed fourth in the second round, tying with Eric Rogers and his new healer that is a Resistor rookie this year, Peyton Bray. And then they placed sixth at Jordan, Texas, with a 4.9 second run. So they added a little over $2,000 to their earnings.
Cool.
So that's pretty decent right now.
Yeah, it's pretty decent. He said they've, really hit big at 3 bigger rodeos, and so that's been awesome to see. It's such a tough year with all the money that counts, so to see them doing well, right off the bat is exciting. And Paul David's going to talk to us a little bit about how they're choosing to rodeo this year, which is kind of a non-conventional way to do it and go about it. But it doesn't surprise me at all that Paul David's putting family first when it comes to this. So you'll get to hear his interview here in a bit.
And moving on, before we get to this interview, we have some World Series and USTRC news and a couple other little things. For World Series, they had the Wrangler Team Roping Championships roping in Billings, Montana. And from what I saw, the highest payout was in the number 10.5 Super Qualifier. And that was Braden Stahl and Dave Normandy. They took home $8,000. So that was the highest payout that I could see. That's awesome. And then USTRC news, they had the Panhandle Classic in Amarillo, Texas. This Colton Smith took home a lot of money.
Good.
He won the 10.5 with Caden Beatty and the 11.5 with Caden Gonzalez. So that's pretty sweet.
Yeah, we know some people from Colorado that went to the Panhandle Classic, so that looked like it was a cool roping.
Yeah, that one's always fun. And then events going on this weekend, be sure to check out. We have flyers posted on our website and Facebook. Just a couple ropings going on. The JX2 in Jacksonville, Florida is this weekend. It's a World Series roping. Matthews Land and Cattle in Las Cruces, New Mexico. World Series in Ardmore, Oklahoma, the Watson team roping. Jeff Smith Productions in Kansas, and there's also Jeff Smith Productions in Pueblo, Colorado. They had to reschedule from earlier this month and is this weekend. So
Are you going?
I don't think I'm going to make it down there.
No.
No,
Oh, yeah,
I'm
because...
going.
Yes.
I am going to Cheyenne this weekend.
Yes. And what are you doing in Cheyenne? Tell everybody.
I get to learn from the best.
Yes.
From taking pictures. But Jake Barnes and Clay O'Brien Cooper are hosting one of their clinics in Cheyenne, 3-day clinic. And I'm going to go up there and watch video, take some photos, and just soak everything in that I can.
Yeah, and it's at Riata Ranch in Cheyenne. It's an amazing, really cool facility, and I'm excited. I'm excited that Jake and Clay are teaching a lot of schools again. I think the team roping industry, I will miss them rodeoing heavily, but obviously the team roping industry as a whole is going to benefit from them teaching.
Yeah, and be sure to check out our website. There's a story or an article up of all their schools that are coming up. There's about 5 or 6 this month, maybe. So be sure to check that out. It's shared on our Facebook, and we'll put it up on our story on Instagram. So be sure, check it out, because they might be somewhere near you.
They are on the trail for the schools.
They are.
That's for sure. So, yeah. And this weekend, make sure you're following our Instagram stories and our Facebook stories, because Kaitlin is going to have all kinds of cool little tips for you guys. I know that there's going to be dummy roping. There's going to be lots of live roping. It's a cool barn, so you'll have fun.
It's going to be so much fun. I can't wait. I'm so excited to just learn from afar.
Woohoo! Have fun. Awesome. All right. So before we go any further, this is Paul David Tierney. And Paul David, thanks for answering your phone this morning.
Hello.
Hi, Paul David. How are you?
Good.
What are you doing on this beautiful Tuesday morning?
I'm going to get some hay.
Oh, well, you've been winning enough lately to pay for hay, right?
I guess so. It goes fast, though.
Well, tell me about your winter. Honestly, I was looking through Kaitlin, our assistant editor's notes on the year, and I was like, wait a second, Paul David is 7th in the world. How did this happen? Tell me about it.
Oh, we had a rocky start. Then we did decent at San Antonio and won a little bit. Then went to Houston and made the finals there, and I broke the barrier. And then we went out to Kissimmee and broke good and ended up second out there. So we did good at 3 good rodeos, I guess.
That's good. Tell me about Tanner. I've never met your partner. Where's he from?
He's from Dewey, Oklahoma. His brother and my brother went to college together. That's how we got to know each other, and then we ended up going to college together, and we'd practice with each other, but back then we were both healers, and I gave that dream up shortly, so.
Yeah.
He always rode good, and once I moved down to Oklahoma City, I give him a call, and we've roped for the last 2 years.
Gotcha. Are you tripping steers this year at all, or are you just team roping?
No tripping, team roping mainly, and I'm going to rope calves in the circuit.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Well, what's your rodeo plan this year? Are you going to Canada? Tell me, like, what route are you taking?
No, we ain't going to Canada. We're not going to all the big ones. We're just going to kind of pick and choose. And we went to a lot of little ones last year and had a chance. So we're going to throw a couple more big ones in and try to do somewhat the same thing.
Yeah. So you roped with Tanner last year too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I just had a baby and he had a business going, so we'd go rodeo for 3 or 4 days and then come home for 3 or 4 days, so.
Is it going to be mostly the same plan then? You're going to come home and do the family thing during the week?
Kinda. We got, we'll be able to be gone a little bit more this year, so we can just, there's some weekends we stayed home and instead of doing some rodeos, and we'll try to do that this year. Go to Sheridan. We stayed home during Sheridan and stuff, so we're going to try to go to a few more bigger ones, but still do a lot of what we did last year.
Gotcha. How's fatherhood treating you?
Good right now. She can't talk back.
She will soon. She will very soon. Does she have a pony yet?
No, not yet. That's on the list to find.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, tell me about, other than a pony, do you have enough head horses hanging around? Are you in the hunt for a head horse? What's your horse situation like?
I got my good brown that I rode, and then I got another one that I rode a few rodeos last year, and he worked good, so I'm going to ride him a bit more, and then I guess if I need another one, I'll have to give my cousin a call or something. She's got some sitting around if I needed to.
Yeah.
But if I take care of these two, I should be good for the year, and I got some young ones coming, but I ain't gonna try to take them anywhere yet.
Your brown sure looks really fast. Is he? I saw you rode him a lot this winter. Is he good in every setup?
Yeah, every setup. I've taken him to every rodeo for the last 4 years, pretty much, and if you got to go fast, you can do that, or if you got to run him down at Cheyenne, he's good there too. So,
yeah,
kind of my all horse, really. He actually come from my cousin. That's where she raised him. So,
how's he bred? What's on his papers?
I don't even know. She still has the papers.
She's gonna be mad at you for not breeding or bragging on her horse breeding program right now when I gave you a wide open opportunity, Paul.
Well, it's something dash to something. It's out of her stud casino, so
sure.
They're good.
They're good. Good enough to know.
Yeah.
Now, tell me, is there anything you've been working on with your roping over the last few years that's kind of put you in this really opportune spot?
Well, up to 2 years ago, I was kind of a go fast and miss about 50% of them. And last year, I worked on catching a lot more steers, and it worked out better, giving my healer a lot more opportunities. And that's been the main focus is turning more steers.
Mm-hmm. And that horse has given you the opportunity to make that adjustment. Has he been a big part of that?
Yeah, and using my head.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to be a little closer to the barrier sometimes and just take one more swing and lets me get there a little closer. So, yeah, it's been a lot better the last 2 years on my percentage of catches.
Yeah. Now, you said you broke the barrier at Houston. Did the steer not start? What happened there?
The previous round they run him, he left a little sharper. We had the rope first, so
Gotcha.
I took the start. I thought.
Gotcha.
That'll.
I see. Now you're hauling hay, grass hay, alfalfa. What do you feed your horses?
I'm just getting some grass hay, round bales right now just for when they're kicked out in the pasture. I try to feed them alfalfa all the time on the road and stuff, so this is just for the at-home in the pasture.
Gotcha.
Fill them up a little bit.
Are they on any supplements or any good grain or anything when you're on the road?
Yeah, I tend to grain them. We just kind of get whatever we can, sweet feed, whatever. We don't really, it's just...
Not much of a
whatever
science.
we stop and get, we get.
Not much of a science. I gotcha.
No, not yet, at least.
There's no barrel racer in you, I suppose.
No.
No.
No, none of that.
Awesome. All right. Well, hey, are you going to
Getting a little older.
Go ahead.
What?
No, go.
Oh, I said getting a little older now, so I might have to think about getting some more supplements.
Yeah, starting to grow up a little bit, maybe.
Yeah.
Now, are you going to go to the BFI?
No, we're not. We're going to stick around here for a little longer and then head out over the board.
Okay, so no Reno, no BFI? Gotcha.
No Reno, no.
Do you ever question whether or not you're making the right move as far as not going to some of the big stuff? Does it bum you out at all, or what makes you make that choice?
Oh, I've rodeoed. I went to all the big ones that passed and done all that. And last year, I kind of did what I've always thought about doing, and I actually won more. So, and with a few more runs going right last year, we would have made it. So,
Awesome.
if we can just put more runs together again this year doing that, then I think it's for me right now where I'm at with the family, and he's got family, and getting stuff situated. It kind of works out for us and lets us do it.
Awesome. Well, we are rooting for you. I will see you soon. I'll see you over the 4th, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. See you later.
All right. Thank you.
Bye-bye. All right, guys. Thank you so much for listening to our interview on this short score this morning. And
This week on the score. We almost forgot.
this week on the score is Colton Schmidt. He's awesome. I know I say that about a lot of guys, but Colton is as easygoing and as fun to be around as you could find anybody. And I hope you can tell how much fun we had recording this interview when you listen to it. I apologize because we were laughing, and I know I told Kaitlin when she was ending, I was like, can you take my laugh out of this? Because I was laughing a lot. So I hope you enjoy this interview with Colton Schmidt. I learned so much. We talk about all kinds of cool stuff, including horsemanship, and how he kind of reset his roping, which obviously showed in California. He did quite well. So while they were in California. So enjoy, everybody.